Welcome back. Now let's do our second problem statement. So let me click here. So this also has two parts. One is the instructions part and one is the output requirement. So let's read out this problem statement once. So this problem statement says that join the comma separated customers and orders data that are located at below HDFS location to find out the customers who have placed more than 4 orders. Okay, so we have been provided two input files. One is the customers file and another is the orders file, and it has also been provided that these two kind of files are comma separated files, and our task is to find out the customer who have placed more than 4 orders. Okay, so let's read out further. Now they have also provided us the schema for the customer file, like it has customer ID, customer first name, etc. So in an order file, it has order ID, order date, order customer ID, and order status. So this question is basically more about joining the data set, okay? So now let's read the output requirement as well. The output requirement says that the order status should be complete. So there might be some orders that may be in incomplete status or maybe pending payment status, but they wanted that the output should have only those orders whose status is complete. Okay, and the second output requirement is the output should have customer ID, customer first name, and then this is a count. So this count is how many orders that customer have placed. And then the third output requirement is like the result should be saved in this HDFS location. The next output requirement is the result should be saved in the JSON format, and the last is the result should be ordered by count of orders in ascending fashion. So this question is a little bit complicated question because it has too many parts to it. So we have to take care of each and every output requirement so that we don't miss any of that. Okay, so for this problem statement, I am going to solve it two ways. One, using the data frame APIs, and in another solution I'll show you how to solve it using the Spark SQL. So let's see the first way of doing it using the data frame API. First of all, I'm going to read the customer's data as a data frame. So for that, I will say spark.read.format. I have taken CSV because in the question it is provided that the customer file and the orders files are comma separated file. So dot format CSV will work here. Okay. So the next thing that I wanted to do is to use the load command, inside which I will provide the path to my customer's file. So once I have loaded the data frame, I'm going to select only two columns out of my customer file. One is the customer ID and another is the customer first name. Since this CSV file doesn't have any header to it, so the columns will be in the form of _C0 _C1. So what I have done is, while selecting the columns, I have renamed them as customer ID and customer first name. So why I have selected only two columns out of my entire file? Because in my final output, I just need three columns. One is the customer ID, second is the customer first name, and third is the count. So these two columns are the required column in my output. So I have kept these two columns into my data frame. Also, this customer ID will be required to join the customer's data with the orders data. So that is why this was a mandatory choice for me. Okay. Now let's try to read the orders data into our data frame. So I'm going to say spark.read.format CSV because again this is a comma separated file. Then in the load I am going to provide the input path to my orders file that is provided in the question. Then here also I'm going to select two fields. One is the customer ID and another is the status. So why I have selected these two columns is because the customer ID is required to join with the customer data frame, and why I have selected the status field is because in the output requirement it is stated that we have to keep only those orders whose status is complete. So to filter out the orders whose status is complete, I have to keep that column into my data frame. So if my input CSV has some headers to it, I could simply have used the dot option infer schema through there. So the next output requirement is I have to filter out the orders whose status is complete. So I'm using the dot filter API here. Okay, so this is the format here. So do remember how to use this. In the next step, what we have to find out the customers who have placed more than 4 orders. So here I am grouping the data first of all on the customer ID, and once I have grouped the data based on the customer ID, here I'm going to use the count operation, so I get the total number of orders that is placed by each customer. And then finally I am applying the where clause here because I just wanted to keep only those customers who have placed more than 4 orders. Then finally I have to join this data set with the customer data set because in the final out I wanted to have customer first name as well, and that customer first name is only provided by this customer data frame. So in order to join these two data frames, I have to join on the customer ID field. So that is the way to do it. So my question also says that I have to sort the result based on the number of orders placed by each customer, that is the count, and that has to be in the ascending order. So that is how we are doing it here. Then finally I'm writing my output back to the HDFS in the form of JSON. So I'm using .json and then providing the output directory. So this is my complete solution. So in the second way, I'll show you how to achieve the same result using the Spark SQL. So let me run this solution that we just discussed on our Spark shell. So I'm under my Spark shell and I just copy pasted the entire solution here. So my solution run fine. Let me go to this HDFS path and see. So my output is in the JSON format. Let me go and see the content of these files. So you could see I got my customer ID, the count, and the customer first name here. So that was what we were expecting. And then the count is always greater than 4 because we just filtered out the customer who have placed less than 4 orders. So that is how we can solve this problem statement using the data frame APIs. So there is one more solution to solve this question is using Spark SQL, in which we will be using the SQL-like queries to solve our problem. So here, after creating my customer data frame, I am registering that as a temporary view with the name of customers. Similarly, after reading my orders data from the CSV file, I am registering that as a temporary view named as orders. Once I have both the temporary views, I can now run the SQL queries on top of that. So in the first SQL query, what I am doing is, in the orders view, I am grouping the data based on the customer ID and the status, and after grouping the data, I am filtering out only those customers whose count is greater than 4 and the status is equal to complete. So this SQL will give me the customers that have placed more than 4 orders and have the status as complete. So what I am doing here is I am registering the output of this particular statement in another view so that I can use this view in my join statement. So in the next particular SQL query, I am joining my customers view with this particular view to get the final outputs. See here I am just simply joining this customer view with this new view called as group TF on the customer ID, and then sorting the result based on the count. So it's up to you, whichever method seems simpler to you, you can use that particular method. So let me try running this solution as such. So I'm just going to copy paste this. It has produced the output at this particular location. So let's see if we have got the same output as earlier or not. So you could see I got customer ID first name and the count as we got in the last solution as well. So it's up to you, whichever solution you find comfortable and find simple can be used in the exam, doesn't matter. Okay, so that was all for this question. Let me see you in the next lecture where we will solve our problem statement 3.